Hello everyone. Today we are going to demo the Aujas CodeSign platform, which is a DevOps ready software offering for code signing or cryptographic code signing to ensure the integrity of a software and establish a trust-based relationship between consumer and the publisher in a secure, effective, and automated way. So our code signing solution is available as CodeSign Enterprise Edition, which is an on-premise deployed software, and CodeSign SaaS, which is a cloud-native SaaS offering. So let's move on to the demo part. So before we start the demo, let's look at the various user profiles. So we have three types of users on our solution platform. First one is solution administrator, which is the global admin of the solution, who's responsible for administrating the solution, onboarding the new business units, user, view and edit their roles, creating, revoking, and renewing this code signing certificate. Then we have product owner, which is the approver profile. So any code signing action or activity needs an approval from product owner. Product owner can add the build user, view the project level information, view the dashboard, reports related to project and signing, and they can also accept or reject the request from coming from the build user. Then we have a third user, which is the build user, which is the actual signer profile or the build engineer who's going to sign using our solution. They can configure build machine, they create the project for code signing initiation, they will register the command line interface, which is one of the component of our solution, and they also do the build machine authentication and execute the code signing command using our command line component. Now let's move on to the process flows. So our code signing solution has two major components. First is UI and other is CLI or command line interface. So the execution starts from UI and then it propagates or completes on the CLI. So first of all, once all the users are onboarded, then onboarding formalities are done, then the build user will, to initiate the signing, will first log into the UI and will create a project on the UI with appropriate details on what kind of files they want to sign, which is the certificate that to be used for that particular signing or that particular project. After submitting or filling all those details, they'll submit the project creation request, which will go to the product owner who's then going to validate the details provided by build user and they will approve the project. Then the request will again reach back to the build user. So build user, once the project is approved, they can initiate signing using that project GUID or the unique identity by which we can identify that particular project. So till here, it's a one-time job for build user. Once the project is created and approved, they can sign any number of files for that particular project. Now, the build user will download the command line installer, which is available from the UI. Once they download and after the approval of the project, they will initiate the signing from the CLI utility. It's very simple. It's a very simple command where they will provide the input file, signing type, unique identity of that project, and they will submit. Then the CLI utility will validate and invoke. It will validate the input parameter and it will calculate and generate the hash of the file. So we are not transferring the entire file binary or executable to the server for signing. We are just transferring the hash and signing that particular hash and ingesting it back to the original file. Then then the CLI will sign the request will build machine IP or ID. So we extract some of the build machine parameter or our solution extracts some of the build machine parameter. We call it build machine fingerprinting to ensure that only a valid machine can submit the request for that particular project and invoke the server API and submit the file hash for signing. Then at the code signing server level, it will check and sign. It will again validate the incoming request, start the cryptographic signing, update the audit event, and send the signed file back to the CLI. CLI will then download the signed file ingest the hash to the original file and it will exit. Now let's see the same process in action. So I'm first going to log in as a build user. So this is how the build user UI looks like. You can see there are various options. There is dashboard where build user can see on a given period of time how many files have been signed. They can see the project count by status, what are the projects which are approved, what are waiting for approval. They can see project count based on the type, Windows, you can see Windows, jar, GPG, Docker. Similarly, by the project type. This is means whatever project they are going to create for. What kind of project, how many files has been signed. So you can see these many code sign were initiated. These many files were signed, which is 883, and 24 code signing action were failed. You can see the graphical representation also. So now we are going to create a project. To create a project, I'm just going to provide the details. So let me give the details of whatever name I want to give. I'm giving it as project Windows, since I'm going to sign a Windows based site. Then you need to select the project type. I'm going to select Windows because I'm going to sign a Windows executable. Product name is internally mapped to the business unit, and then the certificate. So let me select this certificate, create project. Okay, the project is added successfully. Now I need now the product owner need to approve this. So I have logged in as a product owner on a different window. So this is how the product owner profile looks like. So you can see a lot more menu options here. They have the similar kind of dashboard, but the information they have is based on the entire business unit, while the build user will have access only to the project related information they are associated with. Then they can see various projects. They can see the users on their business unit. They can see various available certificates and then the request. So I have given a request for project creation. I'll go to the project creation. This is the project I created. Here are the details. What is the type? When was it requested? What was the user requested it? I'll just approve it. So the project is approved. Now let's go back to the build user profile. So here now if we go to the approved, we can see that our project is approved. Okay. Now we need to sign this using the CLI utility. If I look at the project details, this is the GUID I was referring to. This is the product ID. You can see all the details mentioned here. I'll just copy this. Now to download the CLI, all build user need to do is from here, navigate to the help section, which will open the user guide for them. So on the user guide, all the details are there, roles and responsibilities, steps for code signing. They can also download the CLI. So if they click here, it will navigate them to the page where they can download the zip file and install it. So I have already installed it. All I'm going to run the command line interface and initiate the signing. So I've already copied the project ID. I'll run the code signing command, give the sign, GUID. Okay. Then input file path. This is the file which I want to sign. So let me show you the file which I'm going to sign. I've kept it on my local. This is the application I'm going to sign. It is a Windows executable. Let me show you the property. So you see it has no digital signature attached to it. There's nothing called as digital signature. So I'll just copy the path and the file name. After that, I need to enter the output file location where I want my signed file to be downloaded. I'll be downloading it again on my local. So this is the folder I'm downloading. You can see right now it does not have the same setup exe which I'm going to sign. It will be downloaded here post the signing. Now we just need to initiate it. This is a simple command user need to enter to initiate the signing. Okay, so now you can see the signing has been initiated. It is also showing you the log file location, the start time, the job ID, file upload. There was only one file which was uploaded, and you can see that everything was completed in 10 seconds. It was actually, yeah, it was actually less than 10 seconds. Now let's open the log file. So this is the log file. You can see all the details, all the action details, how much time was taken to generate the file hash, when was the signature downloaded, when was this ingested, and at what time the code sign was completed. Now let's go back to the signed folder. You can see that file has been downloaded successfully here. Let us go and check the properties. Now we have a digital signature tab. Okay, if you look at the digital signature, you can see the details like we have entered. So you can see the detail, you can see the signing time. Let's view the certificate. Okay, you can see the certificate which I selected. All the details are mentioned here. You can see the version, the serial number, who was the issuer, and the signature algorithm. All the details are mentioned. Also, here we have the counter signature, which is the timestamp. Okay, so this timestamp is basically to ensure the we can say ensure the validity of this particular build. So you can see if you look at the certificate of this digital signature or this timestamp digital signature, the counter signer, you can see that it is valid from 7/14/2023 to 10/14/2034, which means that even if the certificate, the signing certificate is expired, this particular build is valid till the time this timestamp is valid. So because signing certificate have a very less validity, they are valid for 1, 2, or 3 years, but this build will still be valid even after the certificate is expired due to this timestamp. Okay. So yeah, now you can see you have the mode to verify the author of this particular application. So this is the end-to-end file signing mechanism using our code signing platform. It's very easy. The CLI can integrate with any of the IDE or build platform, and it is completely automated. Once it is integrated, user need not to worry about entering those details and command again and again. It will be automatically taking care of all the code signing needs.